is Tika and welcome back to the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so you can be notified every time I post a delicious video. So today we're doing another little cake sickling Q&A. I am answering some of your burning questions that you guys have had for the year 2021. I figured this would be a nice chill way for us to end off the year and for me to finally check some of these comments that I have neglected this year. I have my little notepad here. I have all of your questions written down, and so we're just going to take a little time and run through these and answer all of them. I will be using my hot cocoa pops as a stand-in for all of the ins and outs of the questions that you guys may have. If you have not seen that video, go ahead, click it, and make sure that you see it today. They are adorable. They're really easy to make, and they're actually really delicious. But before we get started, here is a little video from today's sponsor. I have something very special to share with you guys. Are you ready? Check this out.
I've created 2 new videos just for you. I've partnered with Creative Fabrica to bring you these in-depth confectioning courses. Right now, for only $1 for the first month subscription, you can get the all-access deal. With this deal, you have access to not only my classes, but also other teachers' classes and over 3 million quality fonts and graphics that can be used in other projects. After your first month subscription, your account will renew at $19 a month, and don't worry, you can cancel at any time.
Creative Fabrica is extending this offer to my subscribers and my followers only. So make sure that you are clicking that link below if you want to take advantage of this deal.
Now, if you're only interested in the courses and you don't want to take full advantage of the $1 all access, do not worry. For only $7.99 a month, you can get access to all the classes on the platform using the class subscription.
So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please don't forget to click that link below to take advantage of this special offer. And I will see you guys over at creativefabrica.com. Okay, so we're back. Now, as I was saying before, we're answering your questions from 2021. So let's start with the first one that I did receive the most, and it is, how do you store Cakesicles?
When I'm storing my Cakesicles, I do like to start off with an airtight container, of course. I am using this one that I purchased at Target, and I will leave information below so that you can pick up one for yourself. As I said before, I am using my hot cocoa pops as an example today. So normally if I were using Cakesicles, they wouldn't be wrapped. They would just be out in the open. And I would just place them into my airtight container in one solid level. About 8 of my Cakesicles can fit into one of these containers. Then I would just pop the lid on, and these actually click along the sides to give it a really tight seal. And I will either place these on the counter and just let them hang out until I need them, or I can pop them into the fridge and let them chill.
The next question is, how do you make Cakesicles ahead of time, and how far in advance can you make them? I personally like to make my Cakesicles as close to the day as I will need them as possible.
I like to avoid freezing because I use things like sanding sugar and fondant, plus I use store-bought cake, which has a pretty long shelf life, so there's no need to freeze.
However, if you would like to freeze yours ahead of time, that is perfectly fine.
As always, you're going to want to start off with an airtight container, and as I've said before, I like to place my Cakesicles in one solid layer along my container. When you stack them like this, things like fondant decorations, which I am using today, have a tendency to stick, sometimes even to parchment paper. So it's just always better to put them in one solid layer.
But before you freeze and store these, keep this in mind.
Things like sanding sugar do begin to dissolve when they're thawing.
So it's a great idea not to use them on treats that you do want to freeze. I have done this with cookies and Cakesicles, and let me tell you, it ain't pretty. Trust me, just don't.
Storing Cakesicles this way will also keep them from sweating. Just make sure that you let them gradually come to room temp on their own before you touch the lid. I have a habit of taking my Cakesicles out the night before, so by the time I get up in the morning, I can safely remove the lid and I haven't destroyed any of my hard work.
So the most interesting, and I think the most asked question that I got this year, besides where did I get my chocolate maker chocolate melter with tribal insert, is how do you ship Cakesicles? And that's a really great question because there really isn't a lot of information on how to ship Cakesicles. I've seen how to ship cake pops, and it's pretty simple how to ship like things like cake bombs, but how do you effectively ship Cakesicles?
Well, after you've picked the right ingredients for your Cakesicles, you want to use the right packaging. Today I am using these little mini Cakesicle boxes. I do have a link for them in my Amazon shop, so please check it out. Now, when I am packing these Cakesicles, they are already wrapped in cellophane bags. Today I am adding a little extra cushion using mini marshmallows in their own cellophane bag as well. But normally I will pack them with a little bit of crinkle paper behind my Cakesicles just to hold them sturdy. I like to do about 8 Cakesicles per box, and I do use a regular standard size bakery box. It will hold 8 of these inside. So once I finish packing all of these, then I'll show you guys how I like to pack my bakery boxes for shipping. Okay, so here I have my standard bakery box, and what I am going to do is just grab a little bit of tissue paper, and I am just going to fold it up so that it fits down into this box perfectly. And I'm going to add just about 2 pieces on either side of my box. Now, once that is done, we can go ahead and start loading them up with the Cakesicles. Like I said before, 8 of them fit into a box, and I like to do them in this little pattern right here so that everything fits nice and snug. The next step is to take a little bit of crinkle paper, and I'm just going to be pushing it underneath all of the sticks to keep them from moving around, but this setup usually keeps everything pretty sturdy. From there, I'm going to take 1 piece of tissue paper and just place it over the top to keep everything secure, and then fold the other pieces of tissue paper that we put in earlier over top. Now it's just time to add in some extras, so thank you letters and shipping information goes into the box. I'll seal everything up with a little bit of tape. And then the next step is to take this box, and we're going to place it into one of these thermal bags. Now, this size thermal bag does not completely fit over the box, but it is like a perfect size to get it where it needs to go. Like, it's not going to hurt anything, even though you can't stuff it completely down in there. I actually usually stuff it most of the way and just leave a little space under the bottom for it to be kind of crunched up under it, because it also helps as cushion. And then I have here my shipping boxes. I also got these from Amazon too, as well as the insulated thermal bags, and I will leave all of that information in my Amazon shop for you guys. I'm going to add in a little bit of ice, and I have it in a little Ziploc bag. And I'm going to peel the seal off of this little sticky tape part right here, and just fold everything down. And then close up this box. And now all you have to do is add your shipping information, and it's ready to go.
Well, that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope this video was very helpful to you all. Thank you so much for an amazing year, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.